When people remember Nikola Tesla, they think of the man who gave us alternating current, the brilliant mind who dreamed of lighting the entire world. But there was another Tesla, one whose discoveries never made it into textbooks. The Tesla who dared to ask not how electricity moves, but what moves us. 1. The Forgotten Interview. In 1937, a newspaper printed what would become Tesla's most controversial interview. He didn't talk about machines or inventions. He talked about consciousness, death, and what he called the frequency of the soul. Weeks later, the article vanished from public archives. The interview was buried, along with notebooks filled with equations. Equations that described how human awareness might survive physical death by shifting to another electromagnetic frequency. 2. Consciousness as a signal. Tesla didn't see this as mysticism. He treated it like engineering. He believed the brain doesn't create consciousness, it receives it, just as a radio tunes into signals already filling the air. When your receiver breaks, the signal doesn't stop. It continues, broadcasting through what he called the ether, the subtle medium that connects all life. He wrote, "Remove the instrument, and the music still plays." To Tesla, that wasn't poetry, it was physics. 3. Energy that never dies. He applied the same principle that revolutionized power transmission. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, it only changes form. If thought and consciousness are forms of energy, then they too must be eternal. Death, Tesla said, is not an ending. It's a change in frequency, like a radio shifting to another band where life continues to broadcast, in a higher, purer vibration. 4. The memory field. In his notes, Tesla described what he called the memory field, a universal library where every thought, every emotion, every experience leaves an electromagnetic imprint. Imagine consciousness as a vast recording medium. Every human life, every act of love or fear, etched forever into the structure of reality. Modern science might call it the quantum field. Mystics call it Akasha. Tesla called it engineering of consciousness. He believed that when we die, our awareness is released from the body's narrow bandwidth and gains full access to this infinite archive of intelligence. 5. The frequency of genius. Tesla himself may have tapped into this field. He spoke of moments when entire inventions came to him in an instant, not as thoughts he constructed, but as complete downloads of information. He didn't see this as inspiration. He saw it as reception. His mind had tuned to a higher frequency, where solutions already existed. He believed that creativity, intuition, and genius are not products of the brain, but brief connections to this universal signal. 6. Death as acceleration. Late in life, Tesla described death as light traveling through denser matter, slowing down, then suddenly released to its original speed. He said, "Light and death are the same phenomenon, operating at different rates. When the body fails, consciousness accelerates. It doesn't vanish, it expands. And in that expansion, identity is not lost, it becomes clearer, purer, unburdened by the slowness of matter." 7. The soul's resonance. Tesla believed each being vibrates with a unique electromagnetic signature, a soul frequency, as personal as a fingerprint. Even when detached from the body, this frequency endures, allowing consciousness to retain memory, personality, and wisdom across lifetimes. In this view, reincarnation isn't mysticism, it's resonance. Energy shifting instruments, but never changing its melody. 8. The hidden revolution. Tesla's discoveries about electricity threatened economic systems. His discoveries about consciousness threatened something even greater, the control of knowledge and spirit. For if consciousness is a natural force, belonging to no one yet shared by all, then no institution can own truth, and no death can silence life. Closing. Maybe that's why his words were hidden for decades. Because they didn't just describe how energy lights a city, they revealed how awareness lights the universe. And perhaps that was Tesla's greatest invention of all. Not the wireless transmission of power, but the understanding that your consciousness itself is eternal energy, broadcasting across the cosmos.